Have you ever wondered about the life of a king who ruled for an astonishing 160 years? Today, we delve into the life of such a monarch, Hung Vuong, the 17th king of the Hung dynasty. Born in the year of Dao, which corresponds to 576 BC, Hung Vuong was the nephew of Bao Quang Lang. His life took a dramatic turn at the tender age of 9 when he ascended to the throne. This marked the beginning of his reign, which would last from the year of Kwai Ti, 568 BC, to the year of Nam Tan, 409 BC. Hung Vuong's rule is a significant era in the 18 reigns of the Hung kings. His reign stands out not just for its exceptional length, but also for the legendary tales that arose during this period. One such legend revolves around his adopted son, Mai An Tiem, who is known as the founder of melon growing in Vietnam. An Tiem was a figure of wisdom and resourcefulness, traits that endeared him to King Hung Vuong the 17th. The king's affection for An Tiem manifested in the form of gifts, precious and delicious items which he often bestowed upon his adopted son. However, An Tiem had a unique perspective on these gifts. He believed that each gift was a form of care, but also a debt. His words, "Gifts are care, giving is debt," echoed through the royal court, reaching the ears of the mandarins who reported his sentiments to the king. This news did not sit well with the king, and it sparked a wave of anger that led to An Tiem and his family's exile to a deserted island. Despite the dramatic events that unfolded during his reign, Hung Vuong's legacy continues to resonate in Vietnamese history. His reign, marked by personal upheavals and significant cultural developments, left an indelible mark on the landscape of Vietnamese culture and tradition. In conclusion, Hung Vuong's life and reign bear testament to a ruler who lived through remarkable times, who faced personal trials, and whose influence extended far beyond his rule, shaping the course of a nation. His story is a reminder of the enduring power of leadership, the complex dynamics of familial relationships, and the profound impact of cultural innovation.
Can survival in the wild transform an individual? The tale of An Tiem, a man who was once lost in the wilderness, only to find himself through the cultivation of melons, provides an intriguing answer. An Tiem's journey begins in a moment of despair, struggling to survive in the wild. The harsh realities of nature were all too real for him. But it was during this struggle that An Tiem stumbled upon an intriguing discovery: seeds of a fruit that birds seemed to love. As he sat to rest, he felt a coolness wash over him. The gnawing hunger seemed to subside, replaced by a sense of contentment. It was a moment of respite, a moment of joy amid the struggle. Inspired, An Tiem took his sword and dug into the earth, sowing the seeds he had found. Time passed, the seeds sprouted, the trees grew, and eventually, they bore fruit. An Tiem's family began cultivating these fruits, these melons, expanding their cultivation with each passing season. An Tiem had a unique practice. Every time he harvested the melons, he would select a few marked fruits and release them into the sea. Countless times he watched as the melons drifted out of sight. Through countless cycles of the new moon and the old moon, An Tiem never lost heart. And sure enough, one day his persistence paid off. A boat came by, the crew curious about who had grown this precious variety of melon. The sailors were willing to exchange these melons for sale on the mainland. This was the turning point for An Tiem. The melons he had cultivated had not only sustained his family in the wilderness, but had also become a commodity, a means to change their daily food and improve their living conditions. An Tiem's journey is a testament to the transformative power of survival. From a man lost in the wild to a cultivator of precious melons, his story is a journey of discovery, resilience, and transformation. The man who once struggled for survival in the wild found not just a way to survive, but a way to thrive, to transform his life and the lives of his family through the simple act of growing melons. An Tiem's story reminds us that sometimes the struggle is not just about surviving, but about finding a way to transform that survival into something more, something meaningful. It shows that even in the harshest of circumstances, life can find a way, and even the simplest of acts can have the most profound impacts.
Have you ever pondered the tale of King Hung Vuong and An Tiem? It's a story filled with intrigue, survival, and ultimately, redemption. In the annals of history, King Hung Vuong stands out as a character of great valor and strength. Yet there was a time when he made a grave error in judgment. He abandoned An Tiem, a loyal subject, on an uninhabited island. Convinced that An Tiem would not survive, King Hung Vuong was often consumed by feelings of remorse and pity. An Tiem, however, was far from helpless. Left stranded with his wife Ba, he began to make a life for himself on the island. They toiled day and night, turning the barren landscape into a habitable environment. But life was hard, and every day was a battle against the elements. Suddenly a ray of hope appeared on the horizon. A strange melon washed up on the shore. Intrigued, An Tiem planted the seeds from the melon and nurtured them with care. To his delight, the seeds sprouted and grew into bountiful melon plants. The melons not only provided sustenance, but also became their means of survival. Back at the palace, King Hung Vuong was presented with a peculiar melon by a servant. He found the taste to be exceptional and inquired about its origins. To his astonishment, he learned the melon was grown by An Tiem, the man he had left for dead on a deserted island. The revelation was a bitter pill to swallow. King Hung Vuong was filled with regret and humility. He realized that he had underestimated An Tiem's resolve and determination to survive. In a bid to make amends, he dispatched a boat to bring An Tiem and his wife back from the island. An Tiem and Ba were overjoyed at the prospect of returning home. They gathered all the ripe melons and seeds, eager to share their newfound knowledge with their neighbors. They taught them how to plant and fertilize the seeds, turning the strange melon into a source of prosperity for all. The story of King Hung Vuong and An Tiem serves as a powerful reminder of the human spirit's resilience. It's a testament to how one can thrive in the face of adversity when armed with determination and resourcefulness. The tale also imparts a valuable lesson about humility and the ability to acknowledge one's mistakes. In conclusion, the narrative of An Tiem and King Hung Vuong is more than just a story. It's a mirror reflecting the virtues of resilience, humility, and communal harmony. It's a tale that echoes across time, resonating with everyone who hears it, inviting us all to learn and grow from its profound wisdom.